So what they did, fish kept dying, and they really didn't. I'm just a hobbyist now. I mean, I'm kind of advanced, but I'm just a hobbyist. I didn't really do anything with you gonna eat the fish and this, that, and that. So when I got in there, I saw food. But the apartment was right there. The girls lived. The greenhouse was built on the back of the building. Each floor was a greenhouse. When you came out the back porch, it was built into a greenhouse. So the girls and the kids came out and looked at the fish. Then they had other visitors that were there to help look at the program and what they were doing, because they were getting, donations and foundation money. Well, everybody that walked past the tanks was dropping food in there. So now you put the fish in fingerlings this big, but now when you got 5 months, you got tilapia at 6, 7, 8 inches. Maybe a pound. Well, they're already fighting for oxygen and water, and that biosystem was only designed to take them to one point, and then for it to shut down. So I got involved with them. First thing I said, put the food away. I got a little paper cup. I said, when you leave for the weekend, this is all the food you leave out. If they throw the whole thing in there, they're gonna kill the fish, and the fish can live without, eating for the weekend. So we solved that problem. Then they asked me to come over and help with the program. I was just volunteering. So then they said, well, we wrote into the grant, we're gonna give you a little stipend. I don't know what they did, $50 or something. Come over there a couple hours and work with the young ladies. And mainly it was like, I guess I was more like, they were marketing through me. But one thing they thought they could do was produce these tilapia for food. Well, yes, you could eat those few, but they had this grandiose idea that they were going to mass produce tilapia. You can't do that in that small environment. So I ended up meeting some other people that were involved in aquaculture, and I can't recall the professor's name, but he was up at Amherst College, up in Amherst, Mass. So we went up to his place, and he was one of the rich blue bloods. I mean, he owned a farm in the middle of the city of Amherst. In the middle of the city, he had a farm. He'd been there generations. And he was raising, he had tanks big as this room, raising striped bass. He had runways and ponds where he was growing trout. He wasn't breeding, but you stock it with trout. And he was doing koi. He had runways and other tanks and barns and things, but he was a professor at one of the colleges. So his spinoff was these young guys decided they were going to raise tilapia, and they opened up this big place called, I think it's called the Biosphere. It's in Amherst, Mass. And they were raising tilapia commercially. And they had lines where the fish went through this whole place, just like a factory. 1 week they're here, the next week they're here, the next week they're here, the next week they're here. If they don't sell the fish by the time they get to Noel, when they go through that line, guess what they do?
They use them for feed?
Fertilize, throw it right in the ground. So, because it's a process. So, and what they did, they were involved with the organization I was in. So they would come down, give us pointers whatsoever. And then the connection with the New England Aquarium was, they had all the scientists there. I mean, real, PhDs, doctors, so-and-so. So they saw the stuff we were doing, and they decided they would try to incorporate the girls in the program, so they had to take a class. So they asked me, could you take the class? But at the time, I was in the sales. I couldn't do it. I could take them there and drop them off, but I couldn't stop and go to the class. Well, this is for volunteers as well as employees. Now, in order for you to volunteer, you had to take this class. Now, you all guess how much the class was. You had to pay for the class. Everybody got to guess?
What year was this?
What year was it? This was like 99, 98, 99.
Yeah.
It was $1,100 for you to be a volunteer for the New England Aquarium. $1,100. They said, Bill, you want to take the class? We ain't gonna charge you nothing. I just couldn't do it. I'm you know how you got other things in life. So ended up meeting one of the guys I met. I saw him up at that big aqua thing up in. We went to
Aquatic Experience.
Aquatic Experience. I didn't get a chance to talk to him, but he was one of the scientists that was collecting. So I was trying to hook up with him. He said, yeah, man, if you can pay for the ticket, you can come with us, go down South America and collect and all this stuff. I'm talking about back then. So, but my lifestyle, you know, family, kids, moving, I couldn't really take time to do that. So I was out in the greenhouse one day, and the guy came up, and I think his name was John, some doctor, somebody. He said, man, don't call me that. He was younger than me. Don't call me that, man. I'm just a doctor, you know, I mean, PhD. He said, I don't know a damn thing about fish. I said, well, what are you doing to do that work? Well, I know how to do what I do. He said, I know how to do what I do. So when I was visiting, I went all behind the exhibits. Now, you just see the big tanks out front, but in back, they got tanks just like we got. Small tanks, big tanks, and a lot of the exhibits, the fish spawn, and they may be exotic species, and they'll trade with other aquariums and universities. So the guy was telling me, he said, look, he saw my little setup. Now this is primitive now. We ordered tilapia, we had an orange and a blue Mozambique. We ordered from a guy down in Florida, he shipped them up to us in a box. They were this big, but that's how big we used them for breeding. The orange tilapia, red tilapia, and the blue Mozambique, the hybrid, produce more males than females. So when you're raising food fish, you want more males than females, because females take the energy and burn it up and make eggs, and they don't grow as big. So you had a higher percentage. So we had these fish. And I didn't really know the terms, but we would take them, as soon as they, you know, mouth brooders, the tilapia mouth brooders, strip them, now, and raise the babies, you know, and I had the 10, the 15, the 20, and maybe I don't know if I had another 55, but when they went from that 55, they went into that system. So what I did have, though, it was a greenhouse. I had a 10-gallon tank filled with green algae, filled up, you couldn't see through it. I would strip her in that tank. And when we had a big air, you know, when the big air compressors, now we didn't really use that much air, we used them we ended up with 2 of those systems. And then we had another grow-out system, but we had plenty of air power. We had some air stones about, I don't know where they got these things, about that big. And I would just strip her in that tank, and those babies would be turned around in that algae. And when they first born, basically they're a plant eater. What do you call it? Herbivore, and then they turn into omnivore because they eat both. And so that's the way we did, graduated. But the first practice was teach the young ladies, as well as I'm learning too now, is the maintenance in our routine. You know, and I'm one of them guys, I can walk in the fields, mud, dirt, woods, but I can't walk on trash on the floor. I'm not Howard Hughes, but I can't walk on no trash on the floor. I don't care if it's a garage, I can't walk on trash. You gotta sweep that trash up. So that was the first thing I did. Now, I'm doing their little time sheets, and they got kids, and I say, look, just come in and do your job. I don't care, you know, how long you're there, do your little job. But it was learning life skills. And it was me learning life skills by trying to impart some discipline and things to them. And through this adventure in tilapia, there's New Bedford, Mass. They had integrated tilapia grow-out system throughout the whole school system. They had a technical school. Kids in the technical school that learn plumbing, they learn how to plumb aquatic systems, recirculating aquatic systems. They would get the big swimming pools, plumb them together, filtering capacity, the whole thing. They would pick the breeders out the tank, pull the babies, strip them, grow the babies in small grow-out tanks, and they would distribute them through the whole school system from elementary to advanced high school level. And the teachers would use that system to teach the kids manual skills, because you had to read to learn about fish, teach them math, other science skills, and it taught them tardiness and discipline. They were telling me how they had one little boy, he was the worst little kid in the class. So the teacher took this one little boy and said, "You can feed the fish." So when the little boy came to feed the fish, they had to feed the fish in the morning and the afternoon before they went home. He would be at school before the bell rang, and it totally turned his whole discipline routine around. So there's a lot that this hobby or this science can help with people. And I read the guy's bio. He was from York. Was he from York County? The guy that said he was sick.
Oh,
and he had
John Morgan.
Yeah, he had
Sick was of Pennsylvania.
Veteran. Yeah, he had that PMS, whatever. I don't know what it's called. I'm sorry. Whatever it was, I don't know.
Post-traumatic.
Yeah, post-traumatic stress. Well, I said
PTS,
yeah, the PTS. I'm sorry. What it was so, that was moving. I don't know if you all read that. It was moving.
It was.
Because he said how that turned his life around.
Fish.
No, I mean, just turned him around. This was recent. And it kind of hit me because I already knew the impact and the value of the fish. And, I know that the stress levels are reduced. I'm one of them people, everybody gets in their own little space. So that's where I go down into my little space, and I'm going from all my rest of my routine. But it's so impactful on our lives and the lives of other people. And I was speaking with Aaron, and that I really wanted to move when we were at the community center and working with the youth, because it really teaches super discipline, and then they can take it off to whatever science level they want. Now I'm low tech. Most of y'all know me, I'm low tech. I meant to bring the 3 ingredients to a low tech fish keeper. Okay, 3 ingredients to a low tech fish keeper. Now y'all keep this in mind, and if you can prove me wrong, call me, talk to me, steer me in the right direction. A box of Morton's pickle and salt, Morton's pickle and salt, bottle of peroxide, and a bucket. Now, y'all can understand why I'm saying this. Would anybody know why the salt? Salt, anybody know why we use? Yeah, salt. Salt is an antiseptic. And, your fish get sick, you give them a salt bath. Yeah. It'll sterilize your tanks. You don't put chemicals in the tank to wash your tank, your nets and stuff. So load it up with salt, wash it out with the salt. You got scum and slime on them old tanks, take a piece of floss and wash the tank out with the salt, rinse it out, that's clean. Salt bath for your fish, or salt treatment. Salt bath is dipping them in some high concentration. Now you get different people say, oh, it burned the gills up or whatsoever. But I never do the high concentration, but if I got egg or some other body fungus, I'll use that. Now this is new to me in the last, my time is short time for me, might be the last 10 years. With peroxide. So I'm on, this was internet days, I'm searching, I'm raising these angelfish, and every time they lay their eggs, they eating them up, and I'm trying to self-raise these eggs, and I'm rode all the way up to Van Salem and find some methylene blue and got that all over me, and and then I was using one of those other antifungal bacterial stuff. I'm on the internet and the guy says, well look, take to take the eggs, when you pull the eggs, if they're an eater, pull the eggs, put them in a gallon jug, put 10 drops of peroxide, first day, 50% water change, put 10 more drops of peroxide the next day. Now, the advantage of the peroxide is that it doesn't bother the egg. It doesn't damage the egg whatsoever, but it evaporates. So peroxide doesn't stay, it evaporates, so it doesn't stay in the water, whereas the other chemicals build up the concentration. So that's great. Now, I did a surgery on a fish. I'll show you when we get done. Over the phone, Brother Laugh out in Chicago told me how to patch this fish up. And if you all, I'll show you a picture, you'll swear this fish was dead. She got chewed up. It was one of the Robertstoni females. The male chewed her up. I put her in an isolation tank, gave her a little salt bath. She healed up. He really tore her up the second time. So, you really tore her up. Just ripped the whole side off. The skin came off. So, with that peroxide, wash it with the peroxide, A&D ointment. I didn't mention this one, but this is one, that's not one of the top 3, but this can be in the 4. A&D ointment, same we use, antifungal, antibacterial. I took a Q-tip, wiped that fish with that A&D ointment, and threw it back in that little tank. That fish healed up completely. And I'll show you pictures, but I lost it recently due to some negligence or maybe temperatures changed. And the third was the bucket. House of buckets, you know. Yeah, you all know why you got a bucket. Well, the bucket, if you don't have the dechlorinator, you set the water in the bucket 24 hours, chlorine and chlorinates evaporate. And a lot of people don't use any chemical additives to dechlorinate their water. They just put it in the bucket and use it that way. So that's my 3 mainstays with low tech and water changes. And basically that's it, just mainly water changes. I mean, I do the test, what's the pH, blah, blah, blah. But basically, our pH, the water we have here is usually in the normal range, 7 range. And, but a lot of people, have, go more technical than what I used to do. So that's my experience, and I just wanted to share. Yes, sir.
You said, that went over my head. You said pickling something?
Pickling salt.
Pickling salt.
Now, I used to use kosher salt before, regular kosher salt. So I'm on the internet. I said, Morton had on the back, any questions, call this number or email us. So, I'm emailing. I emailed Morton. They said, we'll get back to you. They said, we talked to the scientists. They told us by pickling salt. Then they gave me an answer, and they said the reason pickling salt, it doesn't have any silicate in there for anti-caking. The other salt has silicate, which is sand. Which is basically a sand that is not anti-caking agent. But it doesn't affect the fish, but they said pickling salt was the best one. So Walmart, $1.25.
$2 for a big giant box.
Yeah, less than that at Walmart. Yeah, but that's it. 5 pounds box lasts you months. Then I use the pickling salt also. The same place where you use what do you call it? Ocean salt or sea salt. You can use it for that. I'm not raising marine fish. But you can add that salt to your tank. Some people use that salt additive.
For more aquarium salt.
Aquarium salt. Yeah, same thing.
For salt?
Yeah.
For salt, what is that?
All fish all water has salt in it.
Yes.
So it's,
Morton's the pickle sea salt. Sea salt is good. Morton's got a sea salt. And believe it or not, I had a big bag of salt you know the brand?
Epsom salt.
No,
rock
salt. I had I got regular I got from Home Depot.
Yeah.
And I read the ingredients and I read the sea salt ingredients. Or the aquarium salt. Exactly the same thing. So you got a big 5 pound bag of salt that you probably won't use for 2 years. You'll use more of it on your sidewalk than you'll use in the fish tank. If I wound up having that bag for like 3 years, couldn't find that bag again.
Yeah.
You gotta read what you read them.
That's right.
That's why
And
you
you'll
put
see
small.
the same,
That's
the same chemical makeup.
Same makeup. And we know, and all of us know from experience. I don't know if it was Aaron. Did you tell me about the pebbles at Home Depot, the sand, the gravel?
Yeah, you just rinse it.
Yeah. I don't know. Home Depot.
Oh, Home
buy
Depot?
Yeah.
river pebbles.
Like,
Yeah, we got them.
And then Sonny too. About the what's that other one, Sonny? They come in different from the swimming pool sand.
Oh, yeah. Pool.
Pool sand too. I didn't know.
full
What about, did you know about the abrasive blast sand?
I'm glad somebody put that up on the page.
I got 2 bags of it, they, 40-pound bags, $7.99 from,
Yeah.
Where'd you get that at?
Tractor Supply.
Well, guess what that sanding blast does after 2 years? When you'll know if it starts to brown around your tank, it's metal. It's metal.
Yeah,
So
some
it
of
rusts.
it, yeah.
So it rusts.
So does
Okay.
pool sand. Pool sand messes up.
Yeah.
I don't use sand by itself though, I gotta mix with gravel.
Yeah, you gotta change
Let me
that
just
stuff.
wrap this up while we're on the little tape. So what I would like everybody to do is, with our little page we have on the Facebook, is to get on there. You all know when somebody new comes, all I put is welcome. I can't type people's names in. Welcome. Share your knowledge and information. Post. So that I think, you know how you're on the net and you're on all these different pages. A lot of them pages, they just showing people put up their fish. They don't even talk about the fish. They
Yeah.
don't even tell you what fish are. That's why I ask people to identify. So maybe on Facebook you get more, not Facebook, YouTube people doing demos and stuff. But a
Yeah.
lot of those pages, they're not really sharing information.
No, they
So
just
that's what I
talking
wanna-
about. They just talking bad to each other on there on Facebook. It's horrible.
Oh,
You can't put an African in a.
Facebook.
Oh, right. Yeah, I can't
Some of them
criticize.
groups can be rough.
Yeah. Okay, well, I didn't know. I'm new to the
Those
groups.
are rough, man. I'm looking at them like, this is horrible.
I'm new to the groups, but that's why I would like to push on our page, the more information we can share amongst ourselves and to other people, the better off. Because that's what motivates me. New information. I'm old and I'm stuck in my ways. And I've had people say, and he ain't gonna change. They talk about Donald Trump, 70 something. He ain't gonna, Go ain't gonna change neither, but I will open my mind.
You have to.
But that's where we're at, and I just tonight we had Cyclic Club of York and Bucks County Aquarium Society helped to donate through House of Buckets, and everybody.
And Frank Shoulder-Brand.
And we, Frank Schulterbrand, as well as the members. We're gonna have our little auction. This is primarily for fundraising, so we can pay for the facilities that we're renting through the church, as well as get our paperwork started, so we can be a organized club with the state, and we can receive donations and all kinds of support that we can get. Okay, thank you.